So Harris gets up. She'll walk off. Tough to see what happened. She was able to clear the ball and then just went down. I believe she did get ahead on the cross coming in. Don't know if it rung her bell a little bit. It's tough to estimate when something like that happens, but that ball can come in there pretty hard. And she is getting onto the training table pretty gingerly. And I think it's definitely her head. She does look shaken up. The trainer, her eyes closed, trying to regain her balance a little bit. So definitely looks like the Buccaneers will put her through the concussion protocol. Cheyenne Stobart coming in replacement for Harris. Elizabeth Medina has been the starting goalkeeper for the entire season for the Bucs, but there was an instance where she went down with injury, or it looked like a heat exhaustion in the first game against the Masters, and Stobart actually came in and finished the rest of the match up as the goalie for the Bucs. So she'll see the field now as a player. A little earlier than I'm sure Coach Hartley would like to expect. Bennett plays it on the right wing. Bennett knifing her way through the middle, and just a swarm of Buccaneers defenders packing the middle as this first half's winding down. Bennett has a chance! Off the bounce, and Medina with another great save. Bennett's leg nearly parallel with the ground. She got good contact on it. Medina was coming out of the net, seeing if she could play it, ended up having to make the save herself. And this will lead to another corner kick for the Eagles. Tough to see the numbers on the far side, but that looks like Katie Hyde will play it in. Thompson gets ahead on it, but not good contact. Paige Thompson, all 5'11" of her, one of the tallest players on the field, and it shows. They've tried measuring it her way a couple of times in the box. Eagles will reset, go for defense. Still 0-0 in this matchup. Buccaneers have to be proud of their performance thus far after giving up 2 quick goals in these programs' first matchup against each other. Ended up losing 7-0. Has to be a good feeling to hold them, if they hold them to a shutout in this first half. Still a couple minutes left for the Eagles or Bucks to get a chance. Eagles hitting the reset button for the moment. Ellie Neal will push it across the center line. Harris didn't have a teammate. She thought she did. Almost led to a turnover. But it looks like Thompson and Matthews will hold it. Perez applying a little bit of pressure. Bennett has it. Able to get past pin zone. Matthews looking to penetrate this defense for the time being. It's been Matthews, Neal, and Thompson playing catch with each other. They finally able to get it in. Eagles trying to streak through. Tacey, or Simpson for that matter, shuts it off. But another chance for the Eagles. Out of bounds. Eagles throw it in for Bennett. She's immediately met by 3 Buccaneers, and that ball is played straight up. Thomas able to get the first touch, but turns it over. Benson comes up. Benson drops. She's been playing the left wing for most of the first half, and now they have her drop back on defense. maybe for the last couple minutes of this first half, trying not to concede a goal. Tough challenge by Thomas. Ref lets her play on as an Eagle hits the deck. Matthews playing it off the left wing. It's going to be a foot waste with Shaka and Bennett playing it. Washaka slides in. Looks like Washaka fell as she was trying to put the ball out. Ref calls a foul on Bennett. Eagles not pleased with the call on that one. Ball being batted around here. Matthews able to regain. She's been the most consistent player in terms of being able to hit that reset button for the Eagles. Very controlled on the left side of the field, basically shut off any attempts from the Buccaneers from her defensive position. She's had game experience. Didn't have the year last year to work on it, but hasn't seemed to have affected the Eagles. Like I said, number 24 in NAIA rankings right now. Bennett in the middle, tripped up by Thomas, and they will call that. Trying to play it fast. Plays it in the middle for Indians. Back two, and cleared away by Tacey. Yoshioka sets it up. Plays it down to the wing. Another tough challenge for the Bucks. Perez at the center line. She looks to get tripped up. Still letting him play on for Miller. Plays it to the middle. 1 minute signal from the referee in the first half. 0-0 between the Park Gilbert Buccaneers and the Embry Riddle Aeronautical University Eagles. If you're Coach Jack Hartley, you'll have to like your team's performance in this first half. First time you met the program about a month ago, it was a 7-0 thromping put on by the Eagles. But they have been held scoreless in this first half. They had a couple nice chances. Bennett has been in. Eagles have had some chances off the corners, but Medina's been good. Tacey on the back is good, and this looks promising here. Playing it in the middle for Bennett. Offsides would have negated the chance anyway, but Medina comes off her line once more to grab the ball, and that should probably do it. Buccaneers taking their time. You have to assume once Tacey boosts this ball away, it's probably going to be close to the end. And careless mistake with the ball as Kelch came streaking in. But it doesn't matter anyways as the referee blows his whistle for halftime. 0-0 between the number 24 Embry Riddle Eagles and the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers. We are at the Paloma Soccer Complex. I am Michael Donahue. Stay tuned through halftime, and we'll be back for second half action in Mesa. We've got a get to know you with Elizabeth. Oh, okay. You've heard me say her name a couple of times before. Goalkeeper Lisbeth Medina has been standing on her head all season and continuing it today. Get to know the Park Gilbert Buccaneers goaltender, Lisbeth Medina.
Lisbeth Medina, Dobson High School. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, why?
Because, I'm just kidding. He's so good looking, but he's actually a really good soccer player. And yeah, I like his dedication for the game. Show I'm streaming, probably, ooh, that's a good one. I'm watching The Manifest, which is the one where the airplane goes missing. It's pretty good. I'm hoping we get some wins, and honestly, I'm hoping to end strong, end with a good season, and end with, a lot of memories. Probably Cristiano Ronaldo. Spider-Man? Is Spider-Man Marvel? I don't know. Yes, it's so good, and if you say it's bad, you're the weird one.
Yeah, playing well. Playing a lot better. Brandon, who's your NFL team? You born and raised here? Okay. Okay. Big game today. Big game. Oh yeah, I was not. I went to the ASU UCLA game at UCLA. So I was like driving back. I was like watching on my phone. I'm like this is not what I expected. No, I hate the NFC West because I'm like they always like it's a bloodbath. The NFC West is a bloodbath. Yeah. I remember it was like 2 years ago or like last year when the 49ers are all like banged up with injuries and yet they like go into Seattle and win. I'm just like they just make no sense. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back to the Paloma Sports Complex in Mesa, Arizona. I'm Michael Donahue bringing you all the action in this NAIA soccer matchup between the number 24 Embry Riddle Aeronautical University Eagles and the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers. About a month ago, it was an absolute thumping the Eagles put on the Bucs, 7-0 victory. The Bucs failed to record a shot in the first half. It has been a much different story. It is 0-0 right now. Buccaneers doing a nice job keeping the Eagles out. They've been able to clear it a lot better than in some of their previous games. But it's been the tale of this Bucs team where they don't have a lot of players on their roster, and they seem to slow down in the second half. The Eagles are already coming out playing pretty fast in their first push. So let's see how Jack Hartley and Todd have really adjusted to the second half. The Eagles, like I said earlier, the number 24 ranked team in the country, they had a slew of top 10 matchups early on in their season. They've been battle tested. They are one of the Cal Pac Conference favorites. And they have put some pressure on Lisbeth Medina in the first half. Buccaneers haven't quite been able to respond. Annabelle Ruckel in goal for the Eagles has not been tested at all today. But it is a new half. The ball went out the end line. And that will set up a goal kick for Medina. She has been stout in net all season. Don't let the goal numbers fool you. This is a Bucs team that lets up 25 shots per game, one of the most in the Cal Pac Conference. As Hyde putting it in the middle. Ball still bouncing around. And Medina able to hop on it. A play into the box for Hyde. Medina came running up on it. Was able to knock Hyde off the ball, but Yoshioka was right there. And the ball was just bouncing around between defenders before Medina was able to dive on it. And that could have been an early Eagles goal in this second half. Something they have been really good at this season is getting early goals. As I said earlier, a slew of top 10 matchups as Foster's going to bring it up. Eagles trying to play with some pace. They're putting it down to the left wing. Vicente, she'll send it in. Looking at the back post for Bennett, and just too far. What an opportunity that was for the Eagles. All started with Foster playing it for Vicente, sending it into the box, and Bennett almost had to go. Ball was too far. Eagles have had two golden opportunities early in this one, still unable to convert, and it is 0-0. Medina sends it. Foster jumps up. Both go down. Hyde. Soft shot. Medina, no problem grabbing that one. But yes, the Eagles, they've played the number 3 team in the country, the number 10 team in the country, and the number 1 team in the country. So this is a team definitely has scheduled some tough out-of-conference opponents, and now they are starting Cal Pac play. They did have their first loss in the Cal Pac Conference to St. Catherine last week. That was their first loss in conference play since 2016 when they lost to Marymount University in California. So Eagles are definitely not looking to begin conference play 4-2, and the Bucs are still looking for that first win in 2 years. Went 0-5-1 in the COVID-shortened season last year. Embry Riddle actually didn't have a season last year, but in the 2 previous years they went 18-3 and 18-4. So this is a good program in Prescott, Arizona. As Bennett trying to play it for Matthews on the sideline, playing it down the line and out of play. Alondra Castro. There was an injury in the first half. Number 10 for the Buccaneers, Hayla Harris, I believe, has a concussion. She's sitting on the sideline in the shade. The trainer was working on her head, looking into her eyes for a while. Believe it happened when it was off a cross in the corner. She got her head on it first, and was able to clear it, but just went down, and she got up gingerly and walked off. So that is a blow to this Bucks team, who is not exactly, doesn't have a plethora of numbers compared to some of these other teams they faced. Corner kick, Vicente measures it in. Too far. Paige Thompson was trying to get a look. Bucks defender got a piece of it. Ball is just outside the box. Knocked down by Tacey, trying to play it forward. Haley Matthews is going to blast that one high and out of the end line. Lisbeth Medina didn't come here originally to Park Gilbert. Originally played a couple seasons at Mesa Community College. Tough challenge there by Peyton Simpson. Knocks out Lauren Foster, and the Eagles will keep the ball. So the Eagles have pretty much dominated the entire possession time early in this second half. Buccaneers, it's only their second home game of the season. They opened at home against the Masters in a 0-6 loss, and they've been on the road ever since. They've been to California. They played a couple of teams receiving votes in Arizona, such as Ottawa University and Arizona Christian. Jack Hartley in this first year of the team, coming all the way over from Jamestown, North Dakota. I'm sure as the months are getting closer to December, he's enjoying the weather, but does have a task ahead of him in rebuilding this team. A chance here for the Bucks. Benson playing it for Falvella. She'll have a run on it. Sanchez is closing in. Benson trying to run on the left side, and Ruckel comes off her line. That was one of the first times we've seen the Bucks really play with pace all day. Falvella, just not a good weighted ball, trying to head up Benson on that left wing. Left too much room for Ruckel to come out of the net. Matthews has the ball, worked on by Castro, playing it. Bennett and Foster both closing in. Foster will take the lead on it, trying to play for Bennett. Intercepted by Castro. Foster will measure it, sends it into the box. High tried, and a misjudgment there by Vicente. She tried swinging at the ball in midair, just whiffed on it. Buccaneers are able to clear it for the moment. Throw in for Yoshioka. Leaves it for Vicente. She'll measure it back into the middle. Peyton Simpson getting physical with the Eagles in the box. Thompson will play. Pushes back for Matthews. She'll sends it back in. Head by Bennett. Too far out of the box. You can see this Eagles team. Good shot there. Medina makes another save. The Eagles, you can see their back line really pushing in on this Bucks defense. Something we didn't see in the first half. You know, Haley Matthews, Ellie Neal, Paige Thompson, they were definitely content staying at the center line. Matthews did jump in on the attack a couple times in the first half, but they are really sucked in now. And it looks like they've moved Matthews back to a more of a mid position, as the ball is just bouncing in the box. As Foster and Bennett were closing in, Medina grabs it. Kind of feel the rhythm for the Eagles starting to click here. Battle for the ball between Neal and Perez. Neal gets there first. Benson intercepts, trying to play it back for Perez and out of bounds. Sanchez with the throw-in for Matthews. Not a good touch. She'll battle with Simpson. Looks like they originally called it on Simpson. Matthews gave her the stiff arm, but they reversed the call. Simpson will take the free kick. Matthews has kind of been the player. She's been able to glide past a few Buccaneers defenders today. She's looked really calm with the ball. She played defense in that first half, and it looks like the Eagles have moved her up to more of a mid position. Simpson's play into the attacking third is controlled by the Eagles, and they'll hit the reset button here with Neal playing it out for Sanchez. Castro surrounded by two, and Bennett pushes it out. Benson, quick throw in, looking for Perez, too far, and Neal gets her foot on it. Looks like Benson just ran over Sanchez. Incidental contact. Play on Benson, puts it in the box, headed away by Thompson. Too far for Sanchez. She just has to watch it roll out of bounds. The Bucks looking for some sustained pressure now. It's really the first time giving their defense a rest. Matthews came storming in there. Had a pretty decent collision with Alexandria Thomas. Got the Eagles the ball, so it works. Eagles back on the attack now. Trying to play in the middle for Bennett. Bennett just shoving Tacey out the way. Plays it back for Sanchez. She's looking towards the middle, has no option. Leaves it off for Matthews on the wing. Tries sending a low-angled ball into the box, but Castro got her body in front of it. And another corner kick for the Eagles coming up. Sent to the box by Vicente. Not a good header by Hyde. And a goal kick for Medina. So barring this game going to overtime, immediately after this match, we will see the men's teams between Embry Riddle and the Buccaneers face off against each other. Kickoff is slated for 1 p.m. Arizona time. Like I said, right now it is 0-0. The Eagles have come out playing with a little more pace in this second half. Buccaneers did have some opportunities a couple minutes ago as Bennett comes into the box. Shut off by Washaka. Back-to-back goal kicks for Medina now. Galilea Medina, the safety valve, will send it away, trying to clear. Paige Thompson easily puts it back into the play for the Eagles. Katie Hyde working the middle. Set it up for Haley Harris. She'll battle with Thomas. Able to get it back to Hyde. Washaka deflects the pass. And the Eagles turn it back. Sanchez trying to knife her way through multiple defenders before Matthews has to get the loose ball. Buccaneers making it tough for the Eagles to set up as they turn the Eagles away once again. Playing it up for Miller, and Simpson has it, but badly weighted ball, not enough juice on that one. Played it behind Benson, and Sanchez was able to recover on defense. The Eagles are going other way. Yoshioka stops, sends it into the middle for Foster. Hyde has it. She's worked on by Medina, and she pushes it out. Can't tell if it's a throw-in or a corner. Get that information in a second. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Galilea Medina wasn't able to get it off the touch line. She accidentally put it through the end line. So another set piece for the Eagles. Sends it in. Nothing going. And Foster forced to turn back. And a careless pass there will give the Bucks the ball. Castro's going to throw it in. It looks like before that there's going to be a pair of subs for the Buccaneers. One sub for the Eagles. Aubrey Labno is going to come in for the Eagles. Gabby Pinzone coming in for Favela. Holly Thompson coming in for Holly Benson. Ball cleared carelessly into the middle. Paige Thompson trying to get a run at it. Buccaneers turning away from the moment, but Matthews will reset. Play for Hyde. Didn't get a foot on it. And Medina wraps that one up. Another goal kick coming up. Medina boots it away. Thompson, with multiple Eagles around her, has nowhere to go with it. About a third of the way through in this second half. The game's still 0-0. Eagles have dominated shots, dominated possession times, but they have not been able to get a goal. Simpson being harassed by 3 Eagles. Katie Hyde resets now for Embry. Bennett in the middle, and she is just a big body in the middle. Simpson bounces right off of her. Haley Matthews working on Castro, blows right by her, measuring it. Back post, looking for Vicente. Nothing there. Play for Yoshioka. She'll send it high. No one there. Bennett and Matthews were the closest. Medina goes to track down the ball behind the net. Talked about the Buccaneers scoring woes earlier in the broadcast. Only 1 goal all season, and they've allowed 35 in just 7 games. Embry Riddle, in the 11 games they've had, have scored 32, averaging 20 shots a game. One thing that you can say positive about the Bucs is that, I mean, when they do take shots, at least they get them on goal. About 2/3 of their shots go on goal, which is actually higher than what they allow from their opponents. But when you're only taking 2 shots a game, you're not exactly going to be testing any goaltender, especially a good goaltender by Annabelle Ruckel, who has been anchoring this Eagles defense. Hyde plays it back for Matthews. Can't tell if that was a pass or a shot. Either way, it goes wide right. I mean, if you're the Eagles head coach right now, if you're Todd Boitris, you're in your 14th season, one of the longest tenured head coaches in the NAIA. I mean, what more do you want from your Eagles team right now? You're just waiting for one of these balls to go into the net. Although Embry they had a couple clean chances at the beginning of this half. But right now they are not converting their chances in the box. A couple of crosses going long. We've seen Matthews miss on a few passes going long, going outside the net. So the Eagles, as they're getting closer to the net, just not putting their passes on the mark. And that's probably what's hurt them the most in this half. Hayworth making a run at it. skimming shot. Went off of Medina's body. Wasn't able to handle it cleanly, but no one was around her, and she'll recover. Too high of a bounce. Perez trying to chase after it. Ellie Neal will retain. Plays it for Matthews again. Worked on by Castro. Castro pokes it away. Matthews has to reset. Good job by Castro turning Matthews away. And Hyde playing it high. And Medina clears it. Haley Matthews will sit down for the first time this match as Caitlin Couch from Tucson comes in. She's had 2 goals this season and limited playing time, one of the main options off the bench. Yoshioka trying to play it into the middle and cleared away by Tacey. Kelch working in the middle. No one stepping up to her, and she'll try to boot it in with her left. Took a weird bounce. That ball looked like it was going to go off the left post, but took a weird bounce. Medina had to reach behind her. Still handled it pretty easily for the goalie. Perez working on the left flank. Thompson and Thomas trying to give her some help. Nothing going. It's going to be a goal kick for Annabelle Ruckel. Sanchez playing it up fast. Trying to get a chance here. So send it at Bennett. Looks like an opportunity for Bennett. Medina comes off her line. Sanchez just a heavy pass. Bennett wasn't able to run up on it in time, but boy, would have that been a chance. Bennett, only a sophomore, technically didn't have her freshman season last year, but 4 goals, 3 assists, 11 points. She is top 2 in goals and points for this squad. Haley Harris forced to turn around. Eagles trying to reset. They'll pass it around the back line. Sanchez. Bad pass there. Went off her foot to the right. Castro on the throw-in, looking for Perez. Worked on by Kelch. Perez just sends it high into the middle. Paige Thompson gets a foot on it. Oh, good couple of touches there for the Eagles, and they retain possession, but too far. Labno, good individual effort. Get the ball away from 2 Buccaneers. Simpson with Perez. Perez trying to play it back to Simpson, but you can tell she looks pretty tired. And Perez kept it in. Didn't turn anything for the Bucks. But you like to see the effort. Yoshioka trying to play in the middle. Galilea Medina just hits it up into the air. And Bennett will play to Hyde on the far side. Being harassed by Vanessa Miller. Medina able to clear. Simpson gets a free run at the ball. She'll play it for Thompson. Not a good first touch. Labno steals it away. Castro comes up. Knocks it away momentarily. Eagles still have the ball. Sending it far. Paige Thompson running up from her defensive spot. Running down the left wing. Plays it into the middle. Yoshioka turned away. And Medina. That was Vicente, excuse me. Medina sprawling out on the ground. Another chance. Yoshioka teeing one up from outside. And blast it wide. We had gone a little bit without a quality chance from either team, and the Eagles going back to back, trying to turn up the heat once again. About 20 minutes to go from the Paloma Soccer Complex in Mesa, Arizona. Still a 0-0 tie between the 24th ranked Embry Riddle Eagles and the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers. Like I said, barring any overtime between these teams, the men's Bucks and the men's Eagles are scheduled to kick off at 1 p.m. from the same field in a doubleheader. Teams just have not broken through as a high bouncer is swallowed up by Medina. Whew. I'm sure when Paige Thompson let that one loose, she wasn't expecting it to almost go in. Katie Hyde was crashing in on net. Medina just didn't get first touch. It popped up into the air. Hyde had a chance at it. Perez and Labno battling for the ball, and Labno wins this one. Playing it back for Sanchez. Bennett harassing Washaka. She doesn't really know what to do with it, and she just has to play it out. For the Eagles, making her first appearance of the match, number 9, Morgan Hodges, checks into the game. Hodges from Flagstaff, Arizona, junior defenseman. Played one match 2 years ago in 2019 as a freshman. And then checking back into the game was Lauren Foster. She has 3 goals on the year. Looks like Vanessa Miller will take this ball out of bounds, trying to look for pin zone. She just has to play it back for Medina. Shoots it up the middle. Not a good chance. Yoshioka plays it off the end line. And Medina will try to reset this Bucks team with a goal kick. Still 0-0. I'm sure not the result that Eagles head coach Todd Boitris expected in this one. First time these programs matched up earlier this year, it was a 7-0 thumping put on by the Eagles. And the Eagles have still controlled the ball pretty much all game. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Elizabeth Medina, once again, being a stalwart on that goal line. Bucks defense have been also pretty good. I mean, anchored by Destiny Tacey, one of the captains. Played high school originally from Sierra Vista. So here's a Bucks chance, trying to play it up. Sanchez takes another hard tumble, and she is down. A hard challenge by Shannon Stobart. She's been knocked down a couple of times this game. She got physical with Holly Benson in the first half. Stobart comes crashing in. Another collision at the expense of Ariana Sanchez. Another sophomore on this team that had her freshman season not played at all because of the coronavirus pandemic. She played at South Point Catholic High School in Tucson, Arizona. Won the state championship 3 times out of her 4 years. So very decorated soccer player playing for another decorated program in the Embry Riddle Eagles. Hodges playing out for Couch. Puts it down, plays it back for Sanchez. She'll control. Sends it up the wing, back to Couch. And they're trying to play it far. Couch working up the middle. Playing it for Harris. Tacey stepping up, trying to clear it. And Washaka will finish the job. Sobart comes running in. Not able to get a first touch on it. Ball goes out of play. Sanchez plays it for Neal. Over to Bennett. Castro deflects it out of bounds. And the Eagles are trying to pick up the pace here. Bennett looking for a quick throw in. Gets it into Foster. Tacey gets in front of that one. Couch on the right wing. Laundra Castro just threw her body at Couch. And a yellow card for Castro. So Castro bleeding from the nose. She has to sub off. Hallie Benson is going to be playing the left back for the time being. Pinzone and Stobart forming a wall for the time being. As Vicente is going to take the free kick. Left wing. Eagles in the box. Plays it short for Sanchez. Sanchez trying to get a run on it and deflected away by Galileo Medina. Buccaneers were all sucked into the box. But Medina was able to rush out there and challenge Sanchez's shot. Callie Bennett. A rough challenge from Bennett on Pinzone. Bennett subs out in favor of Hyde as the Eagles trying to pull one back in the back of the net with time running down in this second half. I mean, if you're Coach Hartley, you got to be pleased. Pretty much erasing 7 goals from your previous matchup only a couple games ago. And now you're 0-0. Medina! Whew! I almost spoke too soon. It's Hyde from way out. Boots it with the left foot, but flashed it wide right. About 12 minutes left in this second half action. Number 24, Embry Riddle University Eagles. Still trying to find the back of the net against the University of Park Gilbert Buccaneers. In this NAIA matchup in Mesa, Arizona. I am Michael Donahue. I've brought you all the action today. Stay tuned afterwards for the men's teams between Embry Riddle and Park University as they will face off as well. But both teams struggle to find the back of the net. Bucks haven't recorded a shot on goal all day. The Eagles have had some golden opportunities, but not any golden finishes yet. And might have to wait until overtime to see it. Medina boots it into the middle, looking for Simpson, just over the head. Sanchez will play, back to Neal. Sends it forward with Shaka, gets in front of that one. Couch for the Eagles. Brings it into the middle, no one stepping up to her. Bad touch from Harris, and she'll have to go back. Vicente working to the middle, looking for Hyde, too far. Hyde is being followed by a pair of Bucks offenders. Medina able to knife it away. Sanchez just has to play it, and Benson tries to clear. Neal pushing it back into the middle. Washaka heads it away. And Labno playing it for Hodges. Almost too far. Sliding attempt by the Bucks fails. Perez about to check back in for the Bucks. Tacey clears it. Simpson plays it back forward for Stobart. Ball being batted around in the middle. Miller and Vachete chasing after it. Hodges coming in. And Alex Thomas will come out in favor of Josie Perez. Benson plays it far. And a mishandle. Perez chasing after it on Neal. And Neal able to recover. But you can see the energy from Perez as Neal misplayed it and had to sprint back. Foster working in the middle of the field. Plays it up for Kelch on the left wing. Working back towards the middle. Yoshioka plays it for Harris. Too far. She's going to chase after it. Miller's right on her. Harris able to get past Miller. Plays it for Vachete. She's in the middle. Simpson plays it off. And it looks like with under 10 minutes to go, they're going fast. A short corner to Vachete. Plays it back for Yoshioka. And she'll give it a go. In the low corner, but leaves it out in front. And grabs it again. Harris bearing down on Lisbeth Medina. See a couple times in that Medina just not able to get a good first grab on the ball. That one really almost cost her. Bucks trying to go for a counterattack. They play in the middle. Pin zone. Playing it high for Stobart. Too far for Ruckel. And she'll play it out quick to Sanchez. Both teams trying to pick up the pace. Neither team wants to go to overtime. Benza gets it up. Stobart too far of a touch for Neal. But it was offsides. Sanchez running down. She'll jump in on the attack from her defense position. Tried playing it for Hyde, but kind of a bullet that Hyde wasn't able to get a good first touch on. Hyde trying to work. Far shot from Hyde, swallowed up by Medina. She'll boot it. And looks like that ball's going to roll out of bounds. And it will. Back into the Eagles' defensive half. So toss it in for Foster. Foster trying to play it up for Yoshioka. They'll bow it for Washaka. Tacey grabs the ball. Yoshioka grabs it. Now for Harris has it. Hyde for Labno. And flashes it wide up top. Alexa Falvella coming back in for Cheyenne Stobart. Medina boots it away. Perez battling with Hodges. Hodges gets the upper hand, plays it back for Neal. And Ruckel has it now. Looking for Sanchez. Favela trailing. Kelch playing it for Foster with Tacey right on her. Foster gets back. 5 minutes left. Foster running down the right wing, and a great cutoff from Wishaka. Looks like it'll be another corner kick here for the Eagles. Sierra Vicente. She's been the go-to person to take these corners for the Eagles. No conversions yet, still 0-0. Just under 5 minutes left. Vicente sends it in. Ball on the ground. Benson clears. Perez has it. She has 2 people on her. Kelch trying to knife the ball away. Kelch gets it back, throws it over Benson's head. Foster and Tacey battling. Foster looking in for Yoshioka. Plays it to her left and shut off by Pinzone. But Harris with a chance. Wide left. Yoshioka was screaming into the box, getting towards the middle of the field, and Pinzone cut her off. Bucks still unable to clear. Simpson pokes it through to no one, though. I guess Gonzalez now has it. Miller just plays it down the right line. Hartley telling his players to drop, trying to pack it in for the last couple of minutes. Eagles have been really pouring it on. Simpson working on Foster. They'll play it deep for Kelch. Benson trying to run deep. Kelch plays it in. Still on the other side of the box. Foster tipped off the post from Kelch. Oh, man. Medina has to show that post some love. Ball was just bobbling around the box. No one was able to get one. Kelch let it go, and it hit the far post. What? That was the best chance for the Eagles today. They've had a couple. But, man, you can't get much closer than the post. Here comes Favela, streaking with Sanchez. Sanchez gets in front of her and plays it out the side. So the Bucks have one last chance to see if they can put one in the net. And what an upset this would be. I'm sure the Eagles and Coach Todd Boitris didn't expect to be in a 0-0 tie with Park, with time winding down, perhaps going into overtime. But here we are, 0-0 between the Buccaneers and the Eagles. A throw-in into the box, no one's there. Foster will regain. Simpson able to turn it away, but out of play. Careless Dotson. Favela has it. Trying to play it far for Gonzalez. But Hodges controls it. And here comes the Eagles. Yoshioka with Wishaka. Wishaka plays it out. Harris sending it in, sending it over for Couch. She hit it off the post earlier. Can she work something here for the Eagles? Send it in with her left. Yoshioka has it over the net. Yoshioka wasn't quite able to get that ball down. Had to kind of kick it out of the air. And 1 minute remaining in this matchup. Could see overtime brewing between the Buccaneers and the Eagles. If I would have told you that at the beginning of the game, might have been a little shocking. Once again, this Eagles team beat Gilbert earlier this year 7-0. Hartley calling for a handball. Referee didn't see anything. Couch still has it. Couch working on multiple defenders. Labno in the middle of the field. She'll play it far for Matthews, and a little too far for Matthews. She'll sprint over to get it. Eagles still trying to push one more time before this game goes into extra time. Throwing for the Eagles. Throwing to Yoshioka. Back to Matthews. And that will be full time from Mesa. Embry Riddle, 0. Park University Gilbert, 0. And for the second consecutive matchup for the Buccaneers, they are going into overtime, and there is a big smile on Jack Hartley's face right now as the Buccaneers, with the 24th team in town, are going into extra time. Captains are on the middle of the field with the officials. We'll take a short break, but I'm Michael Downey. I'll be bringing you all the action from overtime back from the Paloma Sports Complex in Mesa, Arizona after this short break.
Yeah, of course. If you want to write it down on one of your sheets of paper, I'll just give it to him.
Perfect. Let's see.
He's gonna write down his order.
Welcome back to the Paloma Soccer Complex in Mesa. I'm Michael Donahue, and we have overtime between the 24th ranked Embry Riddle University Eagles and the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers. What a game it has been for the Bucks. Kalen Kelch hit it off the post for the Eagles with under 5 minutes remaining, and that is how we got here. The Eagles have dominated the possession time, but Elizabeth Medina has once again stood on her head in net for the Buccaneers, and the defense has kind of neutralized. I mean, coming into the game, like Kaylee Bennett, Katie Hyde, these were players on the Eagles that were expected to put the ball in the back of the net, and they have not done so this far. But it's still an uphill climb for the Buccaneers. Annabelle Rucker has not been tested in net. And here's a chance. Perez working on Sanchez. Perez really working. And Sanchez grabs her leg, but they're letting her play on. Sanchez is down. Cross into the box for Favela. Looking for Gonzalez. Nothing going there. Sanchez able to get back up. She's been in a couple hard collisions. 2 overtime periods. First one's 10 minutes. Second one is also 10 minutes. It is golden goal here in Mesa. Once again, I'm Michael Donahue broadcasting on behalf of the Buccaneers Sports Network. Buccaneers, their last game went into double overtime. They are looking for their first win in 2 years. Meanwhile, on the Eagles side, one of the Cal Pac Conference favorites, number 24 in the NAIA. They lost one of their first conference games in 5 years last week against St. Catherine, and they do not want to repeat that performance today on this pitch in Mesa. As another corner kick upcoming for the Eagles. Low drive into the box. Big shot for Labno. And Buccaneers got another piece of it, so Yoshioka will be going to the other corner for a kick. Could see the smile on head coach Jack Hartley's face as his team coming off after losing 7-0 earlier in the season to the Eagles. It is 0-0 in overtime. What an improvement this has been. And it looks like an offsides call on the Eagles will turn the ball over. During the corner, sophomore defender Courtney Lohmeyer made her first appearance, and she's working on Perez right now for the Eagles. Benson boots one off Couch. Benson trying to look for... Benson struggling to throw the ball in. She finally will. Couch gets a piece of it. Couch hit the post with time winding down in the second half. Big boot here for Foster. Not good contact, not good power, and pushes it wide left. It's actually Haley Matthews, excuse me. Matthews played a lot of defense in that first half. Coach Boitra moved her down to the midfield in the second half. She also came in late with time winding down, trying to provide an offensive spark for this team. Embry Riddle based out in Prescott, Arizona. Simpson clears for the time being, but it will go out of bounds. Stay tuned after this matchup as the men's Buccaneers team will go against the Eagles men's team right here on the same pitch. Couch being worked on by Benson. Benson has a yellow card in this one, so he's got to be careful on defense. Played forward the first half, but coach has moved her to a left back position. Alondra Castro had a bloody nose and had to come off, and she has not re-entered the game since. Hartley has his players play a lot of different positions. Like I said, they're smaller on numbers compared to other teams in this Cal Pac Conference. So, I mean, you go from offense to defense. Tacey intercepts. Tacey trying to push down. Labno stepping in front. Takes a big hit, and Lohmeyer pokes it out for Bennett. Sliding stop. Blocked by Gonzalez. Played for Perez. And Tacey looking for Perez again, just too far. Neal will reset up. Eagles trying to push. They'll get it down the far wing and out. Benson for a throw in here. Two subs going to come in just a second. One for each team. Labno plays it back for Lohmeyer. She'll run up. Benson coming for a challenge. Vanessa. Couch setting up on that low wing. Drives it inside. Looking for Hyde. Nothing there. Reset out for Matthews. She'll step in. Give it a go. Blocked by Tacey. Matthews probably didn't get all she wanted. She slipped at the end of that. Couch trying to play it in the middle. Also kicked up. Oh, Yoshioka has a chance with her left and sends it over the net. Galileo Medina wasn't able to clear, and Yoshioka almost ended it. Josie Perez subbing off in favor of Alexandria Thomas. Vicente coming on for Haley Matthews. Foul has been called on the Eagles. This will get the Bucks a chance to set up, and they're attacking third. They haven't been able to do a whole lot of that today, as Washaka sends it in. Handed by Labno. Yoshioka trying to play it. Good touch there. Playing it for Kelch. And they'll see if they can set up something. Callie Bennett. Kelch coming in. Kelch in the middle of the field. Just has to lift this ball out. Bucks defense forcing the Eagles to turn away. Big shot from Hodges. Easily handled by Medina. Medina boots it away. Thomas trying to make a play on the ball. As with Favela, not there in time. Eagles play it back. What an upset this would be if the Bucks even managed to tie this Eagle team. They did have a tie last year in a COVID-shortened season, going 0-5-1. Still looking for their first win in 2 years, only their second home game of the season. They opened up with a 0-6 loss at home to the Masters. It has not been a good road for them since. Hodges streaking in from her defense position, lifts it into the trees. Eagles have just failed to convert on some of these chances they've had. They've been good chances. Can't imagine what's going through Eagles head coach Todd Boych's right now. I mean, you have to be pleased with the chances you are, but I think he was probably expecting to easily handle this matchup against a team he beat 7-0 earlier in the year. About 1 minute left in this first overtime period. Still golden goal. There will be another 10-minute overtime period. And if either team fails to score, this will end in a 0-0 tie. Kelch playing it for Hyde. Lohmeyer streaking behind her, and she will play it to Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer, good first touch, sends it into the box. And Galilea Medina cuts out that attempt. Good piece of defensive work. Eagles are going to get a corner kick. They're hurrying. Vicente and the Bucks are packing it in right now. They send it in, and Washaka is able to get ahead on it. Vicente side sending it back, thwarted away by Benson. 10 seconds left. Medina will just sit on this one. And another overtime period coming up in Mesa. Still 0-0 between the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers and the Embry Riddle Aeronautical University Eagles. I am Michael Donahue. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned for second overtime in Mesa.
Oh, did you want something to drink?
Oh, no, I'm good. I got water.
I told him to grab you a water just in case.
All right, thank you. Welcome back to the Paloma Soccer Complex in Mesa, Arizona. I'm Michael Donahue. Double OT action, 10 minutes on the line. See if any team can break through. Otherwise, this game will end in a tie between the 24th ranked Embry Riddle University Eagles and the Park University Gilbert Buccaneers. Embry Riddle coming in heavy favorites after winning 7-0 in their matchup earlier this season. But now it is on the Bucks' home turf, and they have been defending it well. 0-0. Embry Riddle still controlling shots, but not being able to find anything. Lohmeyer, low shot out left. Once again, you're listening to all of this on the Buccaneers Sports Network. I am Michael Donahue broadcasting this game today, and immediately following this matchup between the women's teams, the men's teams of Park Gilbert and Embry Riddle will be facing off against each other on this same field. Kylie Bennett in the middle, trying to set up for Katie Hyde, and Benson clears. Bucks definitely have been the conservative team in this one. Hartley with a big smile over his face. Even if it's a tie, it would be huge over this nationally ranked team. This Eagles team has been battle-tested through the early part of the season, facing the number 3, number 10, and number 1 teams in the country. They find themselves struggling against this winless Bucks team. Goal scorers Katie High, Kylie Bennett have pretty much been neutralized in this one. Best chance coming from the Eagles with low time in the second half. Kelch put it off the far post. That's the closest the Eagles have gotten. For the Bucks, no shots on goal against Annabelle Ruckel. Dyke shot off the post again, and the ball's carried in front, and it's a goal for the Eagles in double overtime. And another heartbreaking overtime defeat for the Buccaneers. It was Sierra Vicente that just picked up the loose change in front of the net. A low shot careening in. Medina got a piece of it off the post. And Vicente and Yoshioka just collecting the change in front. And the Eagles escape Mesa with a 1-0 win. Back-to-back overtime losses for the Bucks, but if you're Jack Hartley, you have to be impressed with how your team played today. Being able to erase a 7-0 defeat a little over a month ago to a 1-0 double OT loss. I'm sure Coach Hartley loves to see the improvement from his team. Coming up immediately after this game, the men's teams for both the Bucks and the Eagles will be facing off. But looking ahead for both teams right now, the Eagles are going to host a multitude of home games coming up. Now they have California Merced next weekend, followed by Sierra Nevada, Westcliff, and St. Catherine again, looking to avenge their first conference loss in 5 years of St. Catherine's earlier this season. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers will also host several home games after being on the road for the majority of this season, as they will also play Sierra Nevada, followed by Simpson and Benedictine Mesa, who they lost to 2-1 in double overtime in their previous game. As the men's teams take the field, we'll take a short break. Make sure to stay tuned on the Buccaneers Sports Network, as I, Michael Donahue, will be broadcasting the next matchup between the Embry Riddle Aeronautical University Eagles men's team against the Park Gilbert University Buccaneers men's team. Stay tuned.